Awesome, and from your side, Freek, I know that this is a very exciting topic to talk about the future of VR. The VR started in the 70s, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but this last decade, it's where it's really taking off and it's getting really popular. Where's the future, in your perspective, gonna head when it comes to VR?
Yeah. So, but first, have you ever tried VR?
I've tried it, yes.
Okay. What was your first experience?
I was a bit like lost. Like, well, what am I doing? I was in space.
Okay,
and
space experience.
I felt like I really was there, basically. Yeah. So it was very a strong experience, and I felt like the astronaut.
Yeah, as you described a little bit, right, in space, I think one of the cool things about VR is that you see something, but it's a sort of a holistic experience, you know? You feel it in your body while you're just only seeing something. That's what I enjoy a lot about this new technology, is that it seems so simple just to put a screen in front of your face, but it really does something with your body. That's where it's going to go in the future. That when you experience something in VR, it's going to be just as good as when you experience it for real. You have been in space. That's where it's going to go. The space example, if you would have a 360-degree experience right now from the International Space Station, you feel like you are actually there. And especially also for concerts, enjoying music and social experiences, maybe stand-up comedy, that's gonna really change in the future. You're also gonna pay a lot to see that. Right. To get there, the headsets, of course, need to get a little bit better, a little bit more realistic, a little bit less heavy than they are right now.
Right.
And I believe more wireless than wired. The wireless headsets, which will become the most popular ones, in the future, they will be just as good as the wired ones. We'll need 5G in order to do that. So, and that's going to be here in 4 or 5 years. So that's going to be when things are really going to hit off. Now you will see the innovators, the early adopters doing it, then it will go to the masses. I really believe that.
I want to hear a bit more on how do you sell experiential experience to customers when you're out there.
As you said, we travel across the country because we need to bring the goggle and we need to put it on, and then you can experience, for example, our virtual playground that we are creating. It's something you cannot experience it from a video or from a phone or from a console. You need to be in there because otherwise you're observing it and not experiencing it. So if potential customers don't have a VR goggle with them, then we need to go and we need to give it to them. But then the problem is, of course, so we get a lead inside a hospital, for example. As usual, right? In some cases you have to go there, you have to return a couple times because the first time you're not with the real decision maker. The person is going to be very enthusiastic. In most 90% of the cases, you're going to experience it and like, wow, this is cool. And then they are like, okay, but then they have to tell that to their supervisor or to a decision maker how cool it was. Then you have to go back, also see that, show it to a decision maker, and that takes so much time. And that's the whole problem also with VR. I wish everyone already had a VR goggle and I could just send some applications to demo and to see. The sales cycle takes so much more time.
And I know you want to add more here, Jason.
Yeah, what Freek mentions is like that someone telling an experience to someone else, it's never as effective as having the goggle on. And also still the challenge with VR in the healthcare industry is like making the numbers hard. Does it make someone feel less pain? Okay, how much pain? What's the difference between a regular medicine? And those numbers are very important for the actual decision makers in the hospital who need to get the money down for the product. And before we're at that some kind of state that we already know that VR is, we know that VR relieves pain. We know that VR relieves stress through distraction. Right. But how much exactly? That's the challenge for the coming years, to make sure that those numbers get there, and that will help us to get the sales trajectory down from a year to maybe 6 months.